Today we're going to be looking at a problem that involves proportional reasoning. And for this lesson, we're going to be using equivalent ratios in order to solve this problem. So let's look at the question. The question says, Adriana works at a veterinarian's office. She needs to give a dose of medicine to a 22-kilogram dog. The recommended dosage for a dog that weighs 12 kilograms is 30 milliliters. Determine the dosage Adriana should give to the 22-kilogram dog if the rate remains the same. Show your work. Now, if you recall, a ratio is a comparison of two quantities. So what we need to do first is figure out what are the two quantities that are being compared. Well, let's think about it. In this example, the comparison that we're making is between kilograms and milliliters. We're looking at the weight of a dog and how many milliliters of medicine the dog needs, depending on its weight. So let's write that down. We're comparing kilograms to milliliters. And what do we know about the kilograms and milliliters? What information are we given? Well, we know that for every 12-kilogram dog, the dog will need 30 milliliters of medicine. But what do we need to find? Well, we know that the dog we're bringing to the vet is 22 kilograms, and we need to know how many milliliters of medicine will this dog need. So we need to use equivalent ratios to make the same comparison. Suppose I had a 24-kilogram dog. How many milliliters do you think this dog would need? Well, let's look at the two values I have here. What did I do to 12 kilograms in order to get to 24? That's right, I doubled it. 12 plus 12, or 12 times 2, is 24. Well, if I double one term, what do you think I need to do to the other term? That's right, I would have to double that as well. What's 30 plus 30, or 30 times 2? 60. So for a 24-kilogram dog, we would need 60 milliliters of medicine. But that's not what the question asked us. The question asked us to find out how much medicine we would need for a 22-kilogram dog. Let's see how this information can help us. What if I asked you to find out how much medicine a 6-kilogram dog needed? Well, what did I do to 12 to get to 6? Can you see any relationship between these two numbers? That's right, 6 is half of 12. So I would take 12 and divide by 2. What do you think I need to do to the other term? That's right, I would take 30 and divide that by 2 as well. Think about it. If the dog was half the size, it would need half the amount of medicine. So what's 30 divided by 2, or half of 30? That's right, 15 milliliters. So let's look at all the ratios we just found. Can you see a relationship between any of these values? Do you see a pattern here? Well, if I increase the kilograms by 6 kilograms, since 6 plus 6 is 12, what did I increase the milliliters by? We increased it by 15, because 15 plus 15 is 30. So let's add one more ratio. Let's increase this by 6 kilograms again. What's 12 plus 6? 18. Well, so what do I need to increase the milliliters by? That's right, I would need to increase the milliliters by 15. What's 30 plus 15? Right, 45 milliliters. Let's check to see if this pattern actually did work. 18 plus what gives me 24? That's right, 18 plus 6 is 24. Is 45 plus 15 60? Yes, it is. We've just found 4 equivalent ratios. But remember, the question asked us to find the dosage if the dog was 22 kilograms. So now what? Well, now that we have these 4 equivalent ratios, can you figure out at what rate this is changing by? Well, for every 15 milliliters, we change the kilograms by 6. So what's 15 divided by 6? 2.5. But what does that number mean? Well, we were looking at a comparison of milliliters to kilograms. and our answer was 2.5. We can also write 2.5 over 1. Remember, if you divide any number by 1, you still get the same answer. That means that a 1 kilogram dog would need 2.5 milliliters of medicine. So what do you think a 22 kilogram dog would need? Well, now that we know that the rate is 2.5 milliliters for every 1 kilogram dog, can we find a ratio that's equivalent to this? Well, think, how did we get from 1 to 22? Is this related by multiplication or division? Well, since the number is increasing, we know that's related by multiplication. 1 times what gives us 22? That's right, 1 times 22 is 22. If we have multiplied the denominators by 22, what do you think you need to do with the numerators? That's right, whatever you do to one term, you must do to the other term. So we're going to multiply this by 22 as well. What's 2.5 times 22? That's equal to 55. So that means you would need 55 milliliters for a 22 kilogram dog. Therefore, Adriana should give 55 milliliters of medicine to the 22 kilogram dog. And that's just one way of solving this problem. Remember, there's many ways we could have solved this problem. Check out our other playlists to find different ways of solving the same question.